Hey, my loves, come take a deep breath and make shower steamers with me. My stock has been completely depleted. Oop. When the 3-year-old says put on the ears, you just put them on. My stock has been completely depleted by fall allergies, so let's restock. Everything's going to go into this bowl, and the full recipe will be in the caption. We're going to start with just 1 cup of baking soda, and I have a half cup measuring cup, so I'm going to put 2 scoops in. Next will be citric acid, just a half cup, and I get mine on Amazon. This bag has lasted me through many, many shower steamer batches and many, many bath bomb recipes. It really just lasts forever. The next step is going to be cornstarch. I just use a 1/4 cup of that per batch. Really just ends up being a little sprinkle. So 1/4 cup cornstarch going right into the bowl. And that is everything for the dry ingredients. It's really a super simple recipe. It only has like 5 ingredients. It lasts forever. Here's the magic ingredient. This is menthol crystals. I get mine on Amazon. And as you can see, I haven't needed to buy since May, but you will need to weigh these out. So go ahead and grab your scale, put your glass measuring cup on, zero it out, and measure out about a half ounce of menthol crystals. And then you will add a lightweight oil to that, just 2 tablespoons. And I'm using sweet almond oil. 2 tablespoons of sweet almond oil will be added to the menthol crystals. And this just helps them dissolve. This whole container is going into the microwave. And I don't even know what I was looking at there because I don't even know that that's where my recipe is. But I'm going to use a spatula to just kind of stir this up and break up those crystals just a little bit, some of the bigger crystals. And I'll show you in just a sec here. It is really like crystallized, but just a few 15-second blasts in the microwave later, and it's liquid. And that's exactly what you're looking for, is a clear liquid. And now we'll move to the bowl. Okay, so now we are in the bowl with our dry ingredients. This is just me breaking up some of the baking soda clumps because I didn't sift it. And then here's the menthol and sweet almond oil. This will clump in the dry mixture, but it should not activate or fizz at all because there isn't any water. And so I'm just kind of mixing it in together and then rubbing all of the oil and the mentholated oil through the dry ingredients. Your entire house will smell like one giant shower steamer, and your sinuses will be very open right now. But I'm just kind of using my hands to rub the oil through the dry mixture and make sure that it kind of get it to like a almost like a wet sand texture, but it's not wet. It's really weird. But you'll see right here that it's kind of clumping together even without any water, but it's not at all activated. So when we get to that point, now we want to add the water. This is my bottle of creating water. That's why it says no, so I don't sip it. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it does immediately start to fizz. So you want to move quick, quick, quick to make sure that you mix that in really fast so that you're not sitting there with a bowl of shower steamer that's fizzing and wasting all of the work that you've just done. So mix it, mix it, mix it, and then continue to just blend it in with your hands just like we did before. The goal here is to get that little bit of water to touch as much of that mixture as possible. So you want to keep stirring and rubbing, stirring and rubbing. The rubbing it between my hands, and I'm kind of pushing it from one hand across the other. And it's really just blending that water into as many of the granules as possible. And you'll see me here, I'm squeezing it together, mixing the mixture together, and then bringing it up high over the bowl to drop it and make sure it's holding together because the product that I'm going to press this together with, I'm using a mooncake press. The product that I'm going to press this together with is going to use a lot of pressure, and I want to make sure that it's going to withstand the pressure. And here I am just showing you that mooncake press from Amazon. I picked a flower mold. It came with like 6 of them. A couple of tips for the way I use the mooncake press. That was just me texting to make sure it's still holding together. I never fill it all the way. That would be way too big to use for a single shower. And I take a long shower. These last like 7 to 9 Whitney Houston songs. I fill it up about halfway, and especially because it's half full, give it a couple of presses against your hand to get some initial packing in there. See, I almost forgot. And then give it a couple presses against the table. and then or counter, and then when you give that final press to pop it out, the mold may come out. It's okay, just slide it back in when you're done. And that's what it looks like. And that was the first. And then you just pop the mold back in and then make your next. I'm going to show you one more and then I'm going to turn the camera off and work on the rest of them. Yep, so you put in as much as you're going to make. I'm sorry, as much as you're going to pack it with. A couple of presses against the hand. And this is what happens when you forget to put your whole hand up there when you press. And you don't want that happening above the parchment paper. So give it a good press against your hand couple of times and then press down on the table. After I finished here, did go ahead and do a second batch with lavender and chamomile oil. I put scented oil in after I microwave the menthol crystals and before I add that menthol crystal sweet almond oil mixture to my bowl. So when I move to this next clip, you will see some purple ones, and that's what those are. So those are really good for like nighttime, um, a good unwind. But yeah, so that's what this is. So the recipe again is in the captions. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will answer any that I can. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.